Welcome to the online worship service of University United Methodist Church. I'm Lisa Blaylock, one of the associate pastors here, and we are so glad that you are worshiping with us today. This is a place where whoever you are and wherever you are on your faith journey, you are welcome here. Today is a very exciting day in the life of our community of faith. We are welcoming the Reverend Teresa Welborn as our new senior pastor today, and we are so excited about that. I hope that the words and the music of our service today speak to your heart as we worship together.
Please join me in the call to worship. We are here in the name of Jesus Christ. Jesus came and preached peace to you who were far off and peace to those who were near. We are no longer like outsiders in a foreign land, but are fellow citizens with the saints in the household of God. Let everyone praise our God. May God's name be praised.
By the Lord, sea and sky, I have heard my people cry. All who dwell in dark sin, my heart will sing. by the Lord of snow and rain. I have borne my people's pain. I have wept for love of them. They turn away. I will break their hearts of stone. Give them hearts for love alone. I will speak my word to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. This is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I, the Lord of wind and flame, I will tend the poor and lame. I will send a feast for them. My hand will save. I will spread, I will provide, till their hearts be satisfied. I will give my life to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. This is I, Lord. I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart.
Friends, today we, with full hearts, welcome the Reverend Teresa Welborn as our new senior pastor. She has been prayerfully sent to us and well sent by Bishop Schnase.
Reverend Teresa, you have been sent to live among us as a bearer of the Word of God, a minister of the sacraments, and a sustainer of the love, order, service, and witness of the people of God.
Today I affirm this commitment before God and this congregation, and I am ready to serve University United Methodist Church with my whole heart.
Friends, as a people committed to participate in the ministries of the church by your prayers, your presence, your gifts, your service, and your witness, will you support and uphold Teresa as she serves University United Methodist Church as our senior pastor?
Yes. Let us pray. Spirit of life, known to us in beginnings and endings, in possibilities and promises, we give thanks for all that has led to this moment and all that is yet to come. We give thanks for this church that has seen and embraced such change, and for all those who have sustained this community of faith for many years past and for generations to come. We give thanks for Teresa and all she will give to the living tradition we share. May the words we have spoken and the dreams we have shared give Teresa wisdom, comfort, and courage for all the days ahead. For the way is often hard, and the path is never clear. But deep down, there is another truth. Teresa is not, and we are not, ever alone. Bless us in that knowledge, O Spirit of life, and let the congregation say,
Amen.
Amen.
Teresa, receive this stone. The stone was a symbol of your ordination to be a truth teller of the gospel. This rainbow stole is a reminder to you and to all who see it that God's love includes all people, and we are called to create a better way in the world, where all beloved children of God are accepted, included, loved, and safe. When you wear this stole, we hope you will feel the support and love of this congregation on your shoulders.
Welcome, Reverend Teresa. We're so excited to welcome you to UUMC.
Welcome, Teresa and family.
Hi, Teresa. A huge UUMC welcome to you and your family.
Welcome, Teresa.
Welcome, Teresa.
We are the Kellison, Ferguson, Castellarin family, and Teresa, Paul, and Claire, we're so glad you're here. Welcome!
We're the Jones-Prevost household, and we're so excited to welcome Pastor Teresa to UUMC.
Welcome! Pastor Teresa, we welcome you unmasked with smiles, warm hearts, open arms.
Welcome to Austin.
Welcome, Teresa.
Our new senior pastor is she, joining us at UUMC. Though she was our DS, she caused us no stress. Welcome with arms wide as can be. Burmache.
I invite you now to welcome Teresa by clapping and by sharing in the chat box.
The peace of Christ be with you. Please share signs of peace with one another in the chat box.
I invite you to join with me in our prayer for illumination. Holy wisdom, come. We long for your truth that sets the captives free. Bring us your word that liberates. Quiet all that turns us against ourselves, one another, or any of your creatures and creations. Lead us in love that mends and restores. Amen. Our scripture reading today comes from the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verses 15 through 19a. This is Paul talking. Since I heard about your faith in Jesus and your love of all God's people, this is the reason that I don't stop giving thanks to God for you when I remember you in my prayers. I pray that the God of our Lord Jesus Christ will give you a spirit of wisdom and revelation that makes God known to you. I pray that the eyes of your heart will have enough light to see what is the hope of God's call, what is the richness of God's glorious inheritance among believers, and what is the overwhelming greatness of God's power that is working among us believers. The word of life. Thanks be to God.
Well, hi, University United Methodist Church. This is my very first worship service as your new senior pastor. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in a very small town near Corpus Christi called Ingleside. Now, I love Austin, and I love so many things about living in Austin, but I will say that on some days, driving in the traffic in Austin makes me feel like a small town girl. I also was born into the United Methodist Church. I was raised in the church. In fact, some of my most vivid memories from childhood are from being at the church. In particular, when my parents would take me along with them to choir practice on Wednesday evening at the church, which we know, of course, is the God-ordained time for choir practice in the Methodist Church, Wednesday night. And there I was most every Wednesday night at the church. I was there with my siblings, and this was long ago, certainly long before any policies around safe gatherings and safe sanctuaries, because my siblings and I, we would just kind of hang out on our own in the nursery. Occasionally there would be other children, and my older sister, my poor older sister, she was responsible for taking care of us. I'm glad to report that with the exception of one slightly traumatic accident involving a very sharp lollipop, outside of that, we were fine. And even more, we all had the sense that this place, that this church, was like home. After all, when we walked in and out of the building, choir members would stop and ask us how we were doing. They would call us by name. They remembered our names. They would take an interest in us. And those experiences, along with many, many other experiences, shaped my understanding and belief that the church at its best is a place of love and acceptance for everybody. Now I know that unfortunately that's not the experience that everybody's had. And I want you to know that if you're listening to this sermon today and you're somebody that's had a hard experience, maybe you've had a painful memory from the past, I want you to know that I would be honored to sit and listen to you as you share your story and to remind you that you are beloved. The church, people of faith, we have always more and more work to do in truly becoming a community of unconditional love and acceptance. University UMC, I want you to know that over the last several weeks as I've anticipated my move here, as I've thought about this worship service with you, I want you to know that I have been keeping you in my prayers. I've been praying for you as a church. And when I've been praying for you, I mostly find myself saying a prayer of thanksgiving, giving God thanks for who you are. In the scripture reading this morning, St. Paul is writing to one of those early churches, and he's writing to them about what he's heard and about how he hears that the Spirit of God is moving among the church in a powerful way. And he's saying thank you to the church because they are just wonderful. And this is how I feel about you. As I pray for you as a congregation, I also imagine what you have been going through over these last several months, over the last couple of years. What have you been going through both individually and collectively? You've no doubt endured and carried some really hard things. And you're going through a pastor transition during a pandemic, as if change is not hard enough. And right now, the traditional ways of sending people off with a full-blown in-person worship service, followed by a reception with crowds of people and lots of food, well, that is still not quite the reality. Many of you, I would imagine that many of you likely haven't had the quality time with Reverend John Elford that you would desire, to share with him all that he's meant to you, to let him know that you will miss him, to embrace him. Having known John, myself having known John through the years, I can appreciate what you may be going through. He is indeed a wonderful, one-of-a-kind colleague and friend. And so I pray for you. I pray that you would be comforted, and I pray that you would be assured, that you would have assurance that the legacy of his ministry is continuing to bear fruit through you and because of you. University UMC, I give thanks for you. Your commitment to the work of anti-racism, your prophetic witness, standing for the full inclusion of all LGBTQIA persons into the full life of the church, for your ministries with our neighbors living on the streets in these ways and in a host of other ways I'm continuing to learn about. You are a community of unconditional love, no exceptions, and I give thanks for you. The world needs this message because we know that love is not always the message we hear. Some of you may have heard the story about a bakery in Lufkin, Texas. During this month of Pride, they made heart-shaped cookies that they iced with rainbow-striped icing. They posted pictures of these cookies that they had made on their social media accounts. And as they posted them, they shared these words: more love, less hate. Happy Pride to all of our LGBTQ friends. All lovers of cookies and happiness are welcome here. Except that not everybody welcomed this message. The bakery lost customers. They lost money from orders that they had already fulfilled that customers did not want to buy. They lost followers, and they got hate mail. When I read such heartbreaking news, I remember people like you. People like you who refuse to let hate win. You who include all and who give sacrificially. You who feed and clothe. You who march and protest and write letters. You who talk and act and live in such a way that tells the world that love wins. There's a children's book out recently called Listen, and it contains these words that are both simple and profound. It says, your heart can hold everything, including the world, its darkness and its light, including your story, including my story, including the story of all of us. I'm excited to get to know you and your story. Thanks to the incredible staff here, they have planned times for us to do just that, including this Sunday afternoon. And I do want to pause and just say right here that your staff has been fabulous in navigating so many things leading up to this transition and helping me to land here. Whenever you see anybody on the staff, I want you to say thank you to them. They've been fabulous. Thanks to them, there are opportunities this summer for connection. Zoom with me, come to Tuesday prayer services, watch for other opportunities in the summer, such as summer movies, to connect and get together. I want to hear your story. And speaking of stories, I'm glad to share the good news that little bakery in Lufkin, Texas, their story did not end with the hate. After the news broke of the lost customers, an outpouring of love came in their direction. Letters of support from people both locally and afar. Cookie orders increased, and it overwhelmed them. One person in the area was able to capture a picture of customers who stood in line outside. Their line snaked its way wrapped around the building. Never before had the owner seen such a thing. Within minutes, that bakery sold out of everything. Love wins. The message came quick, and it came strong, and it overwhelmed the hate. You know, I'd like to think that we followers of Jesus, that we are the ones who would stand in line and wait to share a word of kindness to somebody who's had a hard day. That we, like the choir members from my childhood, that we would let someone know that they belong and that they matter. That we are the ones who would buy up all the cookies to overwhelm the world with a message of love. What a story to tell. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Listen, God is calling through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort and joy. Listen, God is calling through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort and joy. Share our good news. Listen, God is calling through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort and joy. Listen, God is calling through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort and joy. forgiveness, comfort, and joy. Blessing God is calling, through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort, and joy. Be faithful, standing steadfast, walking in your precepts, led by your word. Listen, God is calling, through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort, and joy. Listen, God is calling, through the word inviting, offering forgiveness, comfort, and joy.
We continue to be so grateful to you for your continuing support of the ministries of University United Methodist Church. It is through your gifts that we continue to offer things like popsicles in the park with Pastor Heather and feeding and giving clothes to the homeless every Saturday. If you'd like to give today, simply go to uumc.org and find the donate button. And as always, thank you.
Your invitation today is to come by Zilker Clubhouse from 3 to 5 p.m. to welcome Pastor Teresa and her family. There's going to be Kona ice provided. We're all going to be hanging out, so I hope to see you this afternoon. Our summer Monday night at the movies will begin July 5th. Our first movie is called Social Dilemma. If you'd like to come, just come by the fellowship hall at 7 p.m. on July 5th and make sure to bring a mask so when you're walking around the building, we can stay safe. Thursday, July 1st at noon, Teresa will be recording her sermon in the sanctuary, and we're all invited. So if you would like to come by, just make sure to not be too late past noon because we will be recording, and so just come in a little bit quietly. Now today, our closing hymn will be I Love to Tell the Story, so let us sing together.
Story
creation. Go knowing that you are a part of God's great love story. Go to live in peace with your neighbor and all of creation. And go to live a life of great joy as people of hope. Amen.